Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. What we're doing today is more MR2 stuff. It's a nice day, it's earlier in the day, which I'm happy. What we're trying to do, I got the hardtop removed. You guys can see here, convertible. Woo. The MR2 is really red, but for some reason with the sun on it, it kind of comes orange. It's not orange, it's red, and I think it's a camera too. But what we're doing today is, the reason why I have the hardtop off and I've not reinstalled my plastics is because I'm going to show you guys how to put a new fuel filter in and a fuel pressure regulator on the Toyota MR2 Spyder. So I'm just moving all the plastics over to the side so that we can get back here. So I already have the plastics off, and then that right there is going to be the MR2 fuel pump right here. So how to access this, you're just going to do lefty-loosey on the 10mm bolts across here. There's like 3 or 4 of them on each, I think on each side. Lefty-loosey, you pop that off, pop the plastics off, and then this is exposed. Now this is a cap right here, and all you do is put a flathead screwdriver there and I'll pop it off, and there's actually this little tooth thing right there. Very easy. So now what we're gonna do is, as you guys can see, it's kind of dirty in there. That is the top of the gas tank. We are gonna unplug some things. I need to get a trash bag because there's fuel in here, and we're gonna set the fuel lines over to the side so that it doesn't make a big mess. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay, so as you can see, I've done I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts. This comes up right here now, and that is connected to the fuel pump. The fuel pump will be able to come out, but we want to hook these things. Now, I got a trash bag. I got a trash bag right here. Why do I have a trash bag? Because I want to not get gas everywhere. So these two have gas lines on them. So this one will probably definitely have one. I think this is the pressured side right here. This one is, and I think one of them is a return side. That being said, this one, I believe when you pull it out, it makes gas go everywhere. So you shove that hose and pull it into a trash bag real quick. So I'll go ahead and do that. I just don't want gas to go everywhere. All right, once you have all the plastics removed again, then you do the 8mm. Or 8mm. This might be an 8mm. I'm not sure what it is actually. The Phillips heads. You can pull this out right here by pinching this. Pinch, and to pull, and then you pull it out with pliers. And then a flathead screwdriver will pop this off. And this is the one that has the gas in it. Right here, this is the line did. Didn't have too much. I put some of it in the bag, but there's not too much, probably because it wasn't very pressurized, because I haven't driven the car for so long. It's probably time to not pressurize. Now what we're gonna do is pull this cap off, this black retainer clip, and it's up and off. Set it over the side. I'll probably clean it. And then here, this is the whole fuel pump assembly, and it just rests and hangs in here. There is like a little hanger thing. So you guys can see at one point I did replace this. I'm gonna put the bigger fuel pump in here. There's this thing right here. Be careful when you're pulling that out. This little thing right here, because it tells you the floater. It tells you how much gas you have in it. So as you guys can see, there's no fuel filter in there. So I've been running without a fuel filter. So I'm gonna install a new fuel filter. So I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. If you had one on there, it'd be right there. So there you guys can see into the fuel tank right there. Brought in over here is the fuel pump itself. I've separated this older plastic lower cap. This is new right here. That's new. You can see the discoloration. I think that this plastic is different than this plastic, and honestly, because this has been there for about 3 or 4 years, 5 years maybe. Here's the little rubber cap. To pop this off, all you do is a flathead and pop that off. This is the lower one, and then now we're gonna be able to snap on this sock. So this is a fuel sock that I'll be using right here. Let's open it up. Okay, so here it is. This is a fuel filter right here, sock right there. What we're gonna do is put that down below here, and it should connect right up, and it does look like it'll fit. So I'll connect that in there, and then push this back on. Now before I do that though, I wanna put a new fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, which is in this little box over here, fuel injection pressure regulator. This little box. And I'm gonna have to use 2 hands, so I'll set the camera down. So this is, I'm gonna also install this as well. This is like $3 or $4, $5. The fuel sock's probably, okay, so there's the sock, here's the fuel pressure, and then here's the fuel pressure regulator. Here's the other one inside here. So we're just gonna pop this one out real quick and then replace it with that one. Okay, so the left one is old, there's the new one, and it literally just do lefty-loosey and pull on it, and then it'll come right out there, and then you pop it back in. I highly recommend doing this if you're already into the fuel pump this deep. Might as well. All right, this is a much better setup. So new fuel pressure regulator installed, new fuel sock installed. Now I feel much better driving around the boosted MR2. There we go. So this is all complete, much better fuel sock on there, new fuel pressure regulator. Let's go ahead and slip this back in. This is, it's not too hard of a job. Just if you've never done it before, it can be kind of messy. But it's not that too hard of a job. Sometimes people just replace the entire thing, which I might eventually do, but I have a Walboro 255 I think in here and it's good to go. So let's go ahead and drop this back in just like that. All right, so it's all back together. All the bolts are back in. I used a Phillips head. You could probably use a socket. I think it's an 8mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's one in here. Put the first one that I put on is this middle one in here. Because I don't want to have to reach back into there. Then the next two, I put these two on, and then I do the top and then go all the way around. Do them pretty hand tight, you know, not you don't have to torque them down crazy. I did hand tight. Make sure that before you put this cap on, that you plug the return. Make sure you do that. Absolutely make sure you put that one on, and then put this on over. Same thing, plug this one in before. Now the next second to last step is we're gonna plug this back in. And it just goes in there, followed by this, and then we'll just warm this up a little bit and push this back on. To get a quick seal on this, I do like to I have this little blowtorch. See, it's like a blowtorch heater. I like to go like that. I literally just go around that right there, warm it up. Don't touch this with your bare hand. It'll get hot. I go like this, just so I don't, you know, there's no dust or anything. I get to back up into the interior. So go like that, turn that off, and then what you do is you grab a microfiber from MITCHDORE.com and you push on there, which I don't have a MITCHDORE.com right now. I think I might be sold out. I've used them all. So we'll go ahead and do that just like that, and that right there is how you install a new fuel pressure regulator and a new fuel sock, as well as a new fuel pump. You could do a fuel pump all in the fuel pump. All you have to do is pop that back off. That wasn't very hard. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab all the plastics and reinstall this. So because I'm done with the cables, pretty much getting closer on the MR2 project. So this is all done. I feel really, really good about that. I'm happy that I did that. Let's button all this back up. If you guys haven't seen there's my Apexy Commander over there. It's this little black thing right there, or the little silver thing right there. So let's go ahead and put the plastics back on. One of my old nicknames was OEM Mitch and also Clean, Clean Mitch. So reason why is because I always like to clean while I'm doing these projects. So here's Ultimate Protectant. I'm gonna put some of this on the plastics before I reinstall the plastics to get a nice clean interior back there. Get rid of all that dirt and grime. Wipe it all away. All right, just like that. These are all done. That looks awesome. Who knew the MR2 had this much room? You just flick these up. They lock right in place. I'll have to clean the exterior of them since the interior are now clean. And then you do the same thing. Throw it up. Boom. Storage bins, so cool. I love those. You guys know that was back there? It was so cool. If you don't own an MR2, dude, I highly recommend them, guys. These are such unique, cool little cars. Look how cool this is. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down all this and install the plastics on the sit right here, and then I'll wrap up this video. All right, so that's it for this video. We installed the new fuel filter, a new fuel pressure regulator, which is really nice. We could have done a new fuel pump, but I already have a nice fuel pump on there. That's the exact same thing. All you do is pop that out and then clip the new one in. Pretty simple. This is like a 2 or 3, probably like a 3-star out of 5. Not too crazy hard. I reinstalled all the interior. It looks really, really nice. That's pretty time consuming. That'll probably take you an hour just to remove all the plastics, to be honest. To properly remove all the plastics, it takes about an hour. That knob is from Superclass, so if you guys want a Superclass shift knob, it's OEM weighted, really, really nice. Swing by Superclass. Eventually, I think I'll put a new radio in here for the summer, but man, this car is ready to get, it's not ready, but it's getting close to ready to going outside. Taking it out for some spin. And this is gonna be this little clip right here for the oil pressure sensor. And then I got a new oil pressure sensor right here, so I need to install those two. I need to fix the coolant, drain the coolant, put new coolant in it, put new oil in it, and I'm done. So then the car should be good to go. After that, we'll get some tune on this. I'll go try to get a nice tune on it, and then take it to the dyno and put some horsepower down, and then just drive it around. Just enjoy it. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.